Now, I feel like this is definitely one of the most important questions that I feel like we're going to get answered in the upcoming episodes of the Haves and the Have-Nots. Maybe the episode called No Honor. Is it called No Honor, or is it No Honor in This Game? One or the other. It's possibly the episode where we see Candace beating up Rocky with the pipe. Now, Landon made it clear that there's someone at the Artesian Hotel that's been keeping a close eye out on Candace. So on the screen, I'll probably keep this video simple where I'll just have a bunch of pictures as a collage because it'll be a lot easier. There are so many possible suspects. I mean, is it Oscar? Is it Rocky? Is it Broderick? Is it RK? Is it Gia? Is it this random guy that we see Candace walk up behind in the next episode? Who knows? I feel like that it's definitely going to be a witch hunt kind of scenario, even if Candace gets the money, because in the next episode, Landon does say the hold was lifted from the account. Now, that doesn't mean that the money is in Candace's account. It could mean that the hold is lifted because the money got, sent to where it was supposed to go and not to Candace's account. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But I will say this much. I feel like regardless as to whether or not Candace gets the money, Candace is going to be on the witch hunt to find out who this person is, because number one, this person got in the way of her almost not getting the millions of dollars, or number two, because this person interfered, she wasn't able to get the money. It's going to be one of the above, or option A or option B. I don't know if she's going to figure it out in one episode. I doubt it. It's probably going to be stretched out, kind of like back in like season 3 or 4. Basically, it was the season where I think it was season 3. Basically, after Oscar took the money from Candace's account and she was on a witch hunt for Oscar, beating up Aaliyah, strong-arming Landon, trying to figure out who was working for Oscar and where can I find this guy. So I feel like in either scenario, Candace is going to end up damaging alliances trying to find this one person, because, Landon was, her friend. I mean, well, a friend. But as Jeffrey told her in season 2, it was like these people you claim to care about or claim are your friends, if you feel like they crossed you in any way, you're done with them. So it's kind of funny how Landon is the one in the driver's seat now. Well, at least Charles is, but he's working for Charles, so in a way he's pulling the strings. So in a way, Landon is more powerful than Candace is, because she's like, I'll go to the press. That's not a smart idea, because even if Candace went to the press, they'll be able to shut this down. It's a presidential candidate, for God's sake. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But I don't know who the culprit is, because remember, she beat up Aaliyah. Now, keep in mind that Oscar talked with Landon to kind of be the wingman. It's like, look, here's my website, or here's my biography online, so show this to Candace to kind of point her in my direction. He wasn't paid at all. Oscar was just like, well, he just really liked you, Candace, and that's it. That's all it was. With Aaliyah, what? He paid her like a couple $1,000s, and then she got beat up and went to take out a loan to get like $10,000, something like that. Basically, it was all the money she can get. She gave it to Candace at her house. She was like, girl, go. And that was it. That was the last time we saw her. So there's no telling who the person that's working for Landon is getting paid. Like, keep in mind, this is a presidential candidate with a slew of different people working for him. So just like the Malones have people stationed everywhere, I'm pretty sure Charles has people stationed everywhere as well. It seems to me that whoever it is probably a character we've obviously seen before. Remember way back during season 2 when Maggie Day was drunk, and, I think this happened twice actually, where David had to lead her back to her hotel room because she was drunk. She said, I lost my cell phone. It had all my contacts and everything. And then later on, we find out that Candace has the phone, and Jeffrey's like, how did you get the phone? I have a contact at Sarandon Hotel. We never knew who that contact was. My theory was the contact was the same guy, that it was the older guy sitting at the end of the bar that Maggie said was hitting on her when David showed up. And it was like, David, please stay. This guy's like, keeps hitting on me. So David stayed and talked with her. I think it was like the first time that Maggie tried to come on to him. And that's when she lost her phone. So in my theory, I think he was the guy. So same applies here, because Candace is going to be furious because she's usually the one with people looking everywhere working for her. She doesn't like it when somebody's using that tactic against her. I don't know for sure who it is. I mean, it seems obvious that the person who is looking out for her would be a person that knows what her plan was. So that pretty much narrows it down to like 4 people. If you ask me, Gia didn't know what the plan was. Candace just told her, look, sit at the table with Oscar, distract him, make him keep the computer open, and that's it. Rocky was the one taking the photos of the account numbers. Then he told Broderick what the plan was in terms of, yeah, I got these account numbers and I better get paid for it. So I think that Rocky is probably the most liable, or excuse me, he's probably the top suspect in my mind, because RK just got there. True, RK saw the situation with, this guy being overdosed. It seems like it would be Rocky because he was the one that poured the drink and didn't tell Candace what it was. So honestly, he's suspect number 1. Why do I say Oscar? I say Oscar mainly because of the fact that his character has been hard to read over the past few episodes. Like at the beginning of the season, it was all, hey, Candace, help me get this guy. Help me make him lose the White House. Now it's like, okay, Candace, be the first lady. I don't know. Maybe it's because Charles is aware of who Oscar is. So maybe Charles decided, like, look, I'll pay you more for helping me get Candace and becoming president and first lady. I'll pay you more for helping me win and get Candace than the people paying you to make me lose. That could be an option as well. I don't think that's the case, though. I don't think that's the case. I feel like Oscar is working for the people who want to make Charles lose, as well as working for Jim Cryer. But I feel like Rocky is definitely the most interesting person, or he is the prime suspect in my mind. Like I already theorized about whether or not Gia is an undercover vice. RK, he's probably one, but I don't know. I feel like Rocky, there was a scene, it was the episode where Candace got out of jail and then was walking into the bar and Rocky was outside. It's like, hey, where have you been? It's like, I was worried about you. It was like, oh no, I'm okay. And then when Candace walked away, we had a few seconds of Rocky just looking at her, kind of like, okay, where is she at? He didn't verbally say anything, but that one scene had me suspicious about him. It's like, he's probably the guy that's been looking out for Candace. And then the fact that she was gone for such a long time, he was concerned about what happened. So suspect number 1, in my opinion, is Rocky. That might explain why he gets beaten up with the crowbar. We'll just have to wait and see. But keep in mind that Landon was innocent as well, but she had like, what, 2 thugs up in the room with him choking him out until he peed himself. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below. Who do you think is the person that is the eyes and ears for Landon at the Artesian Hotel, letting Landon know what the hell Candace is up to?